We are misunderstood. We are criticized, sometimes unjustly, sometimes unappreciated.
Hello, my fellow Christians. I've come your way again. This time not with liturgical teachings of any denomination, but to speak about Christianity. Most times, parishioners, members of congregations complain about their priests and pastors for obvious reasons. A lot of times on social media, pastors are being castigated, ridiculed when they fall into sin, as though no other person commits sin. This is not to encourage pastors doing evil or going after people's wife or doing one thing or the other. But I want to remind you that priesthood is indeed something that is difficult. Stop complaining about your priests. Show them some love. Stop complaining about your pastors. Pastoral ministry is that hard. It's not easy. Some of them are serving in places where they have no food, no shelter, and they are there in your village. They are there in townships. Once a pastor buys a car, it looks like if he wasn't a pastor, he can't afford it. A lot of you see pastors as beggars. These are young men that can as well be productive in other aspects of their life, but that they have chose to obey a call or a calling from a divine doesn't call for them to be ridiculed, to be insulted, to be laughed at, or make mockery of. If your pastor has fallen into a sin, I advise, show them love to bring them back, for they are still human. A lot of time, they soak in tears, they cry, they weep, with no one to comfort them. Watch this video and you will understand what the bishop is saying. Thank you and God bless you.
Just before I give the final blessings, on behalf of myself and all the people of God, we want to express our deep gratitude to our priests. Most of them have labored day and night for you. They have chosen to share in the ministry of Christ and to give their life in service for the people of God. And I'm sure every priest do desire to continue to make himself a living sacrifice for all. And our priests work day and night. Very often, as priests, we are also human beings. We are misunderstood. We are criticized, sometimes unjustly, sometimes unappreciated. I speak for my priests because even as a bishop myself, I share their woes, their burden, their pains. It is not easy to be a priest. It demands a lot of sacrifice. And so I can identify it. If priests who are hurt, either by the bishop, fellow priest, or by lay people, we are always misunderstood. We face people slandering us. And that is why, my dear priest, we need to forgive. We need to bear the cross of Christ, because that is the real sacrifice of the Mass that we carry, the real cross. People sometimes they look at us with all the frills, but no one knows the heart of a priest unless he is a priest. My dear people of God, we want to be the oil of gladness.